Good morning. It is Monday morning, meaning time for some Motivational Monday. I'm Christopher Donnell, pastor here at Urbana UMC, and so glad that you're joining with us today. Hopefully, your weekend was well, and the start of your week is starting that way as well. This past Saturday, we had our fall men's breakfast here at the church, and we invited Adam Sorensen, who is the director of mental health, drug, and alcohol of Logan and Champaign County. And he came and shared at our breakfast, and just was an awesome time. And he just encouraged and challenged us to look deeper into our communities around us. I mean, he talked about an epidemic of mental health that maybe we really don't see or understand fully that is happening all around us all the time, and the amount of emergency calls to our police officers that are out of the necessity of someone in crisis around a mental health situation that is probably environmental, meaning they were in a place that they felt unsafe, and they reacted, and then they were in trouble because of that. And he painted a picture of how our society has dealt with disciplinary actions, and it's always been to exclude and separate, and how at the heart of where people are struggling the most is a sense of belonging. And so when we discipline them and exclude them and separate them, we're actually only adding fuel to that fire of more crisis. And I'm guilty of this too. I thought about how, at times you put your kids in timeout, or you tell them to go to your room, or you're grounded, and you separate them from you, or you separate them from the crisis situation. But I've also reacted in times when my kids are really upset and they were frantic, and I sat there and gave them a hug and calmed them down, and embraced them and gave them a sense of belonging and safety. And that solved the problem too. And I have to do better about that. So that's my own motivation right there, is maybe look for the opportunities to embrace people and not separate people. And that's what Jesus did. I mean, he embraced the chaos. He embraced the crisis. I mean, think about all the different situations, the woman at the well, or the woman who was caught in adultery, or Zacchaeus, the tax collector. I mean, every time there was some crisis situation where somebody didn't belong, or was in trouble, and yet his presence and embrace of that situation calmed it down and restored them. So I think that's our call this week as believers. I don't know where you're going today, off to work or school or shopping, or you're at home, or you're watching this later some other time, but look for the opportunities to embrace people instead of secluding them. Maybe there's somebody who in your own family is dealing with mental health, and you never looked at it that way before. And instead of separating or isolating, or challenging them to go get better, maybe it's us that we need to go and get better with them, and embrace them, and love them through it. Just like I can totally just remember watching my one daughter, just hugging her as she was so upset, and just watching her calm down, even though she did something wrong. Just that hug of safety restored her sense of where she needed to be in her identity. So this week, look for the people that need to be embraced, not secluded, and know that Jesus invites us to do that always. So have a great week. Hopefully that was motivating, and we'll hopefully see you next time.